Okay, welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about subtraction of integers. So we started already on the integers before, so let's continue with subtraction this time. Here's a little vocabulary words that we need to know. So difference is the answer to subtraction. You should have seen that before. We're going to be using that especially in word problems. Additive inverse is the opposite of a term. So when you see that word, it's a very important word. So get to know it. Negative 5 is the additive inverse or opposite of positive 5. Positive A is the additive inverse or opposite of negative A. So additive inverse just means opposite. Reciprocal, that's a pretty important word. It is also spoken as the multiplicative inverse. So if you see that word, multiplicative inverse also means reciprocal. It means two numbers whose product, and we talked about product before, is 1. So if you take two numbers, for example, 5/9, that's a fraction, and we're going to take 9/5. I notice that 5/9 is turned upside down to 9/5, and they are reciprocals. So really, what a reciprocal is, if you take a fraction and turn it upside down, together when you multiply them, you get 1. So if you take 5/9 and multiply it by 9/5, you'll get 45/45, which is 1. So those numbers have a product of 1. So reciprocals have a product of 1. Here's some other words that we've talked about in the past. Sum, the answer to addition. Product, we just mentioned the answer to multiplication. Quotient, the answer to division. Power, the answer to exponents. I see Magic Johnson. So those are some words that you should know. Rules for subtracting integers. Here are the rules. Add the additive inverse of the second term to the first term and use the rules for addition of integers. So this is subtraction, but it's really being changed to an addition problem. So here's an example. Negative 10 minus positive 5. We're going to change that to an addition problem. So we're going to keep negative 10 the same, but the second term, we're going to change that to its opposite, or additive inverse. So this is going to be an addition problem now. So instead of minus, we're going to have an addition sign there. And the second term, which was positive 5, it's changed to negative 5. So now we're going to use the rules for addition on this problem, negative 10 plus negative 5. So remember the rules for addition. When the signs are the same, both are negative in this case, we add the numbers. 10 plus 5 is 15, and we're going to keep the same sign, which will be negative in this case. So let's try a couple on our own. So remember, the rules for subtraction, you're going to make it an addition problem, and you're going to change the second term to its additive inverse and use the rules for addition of integers. So here's a question. Evaluate negative 10 minus positive 20. So the first thing we should do is change this problem to an addition problem. So I'm going to make this a plus. The first term, negative 10, stayed the same. I didn't do anything to it because the rule said it's the second term, the second number, that gets changed to its opposite. So now I'm going to take this positive 20, and I'm going to change it to its opposite. The opposite of positive 20 is negative 20. Now I'm going to use my rules for addition. I have negative 10 plus negative 20. The rules for addition say when the signs are the same, we add the numbers and keep the same sign. So 10 plus 20 is 30. And now we keep the same sign, so our answer will be negative 30. So the answer to the question that we started with, which was a subtraction problem, negative 10 minus positive 20, is really negative 30. So we ended up with an addition problem, but it's really the same thing as a subtraction problem. So the rules are really simple. Remember, change the minus to addition and the second number to its opposite. Use the rules for addition. So why don't you try one on your own and see if you can get it. Evaluate. Negative 10 minus negative 20. Give you a minute. So far we got negative 10. And what does that minus sign gets changed to? That's right, addition. And we're supposed to do something to the second term, change it to its what? That's right, its opposite. So negative 20 gets changed to positive 20. So now here is our new problem. Negative 10 plus positive 20. So now we have to use our rules for addition. Now here the signs are different. When the signs are different, we have to subtract our numbers. So 20 minus 10 gives us 10. So I get 10, but now I got to choose the sign. What sign should I put? Well, remember, when I look at the digits, 20 is a bigger digit than 10. I'm supposed to choose the larger digits sign. So I'm going to choose positive. And that will be my answer, positive 10. So when I look at my subtraction problem, negative 10 minus negative 20, my answer is going to be positive 10. So I hope you got that right. Check yourself for understanding. If you're still uncertain, back the tape up and rewatch it. Write down those questions you may have, because when we get to class, we're going to work on problems like these and some verbal problems. So here's one that you should give a shot, and we'll talk about it at our next class. So good luck. I hope you got something out of this video. And remember, see me in class tomorrow if you are uncertain about how to do the process, and I'll be glad to work with you. So again, this is Dr. Robinson. Thank you so much for watching our study video.